You've seen the name, you've flown into the airport, but have you really been to Denpasar? In the next 20 minutes, we'll uncover the real Denpasar and maybe get a little bit lost doing it. Today I'm in the capital of Bali. I'm in Denpasar, the place everybody flies into, but who really visits it? We're going to have a look at temples, we're going to have a look at markets, we're going to have food, chaos, traffic, you name it. We're going to have a look at what really keeps the heartbeat of Bali alive, the capital city, Denpasar. So it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I've just arrived at the monument, Bajra Sandhi monument. I'm going to check if that's correct. I'll ask the guides later. And there's a gate ball competition going on. Also, there's people doing yoga, there's people jogging. Denpasar at 8 o'clock in the morning, probably earlier, is very much alive. Fun fact, did you know that Indonesian boys and girls play cricket at school and have big competitions under the monument? So, siapa nama?
Soni.
Soni. And Soni, what do we got here? How much cricket is played in Bali?
In Bali, now we have start for the school event, primary school, secondary school and high school. And we have 9 regency, 9 regency in Bali, but already have cricket 6 regency.
Okay.
Now competition about all the regency, 6 regency.
And it's good to see the girls playing cricket.
Yeah.
And national team?
We national team now very strong is the woman because he's ranking 20 at the world.
Very, very good.
And now he can play at the SEA Games in Thailand.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for that. So amidst all the traffic, all the chaos that we think is Denpasar, this is the inside of the city. This is where the people come to relax, to play sport, to socialise. Is it what you expected? Have you been to Denpasar before or just driven through? Leave a comment if you've been to Denpasar and what you think the best places here to visit and see are. Hello, selamat pagi. Well, I'm having one of those days where I came here to look at the monument and I think I've spent the first 2 hours watching cricket, watching gate ball, just seeing general life in Denpasar. You never know what's around the corner when you travel, do you? The Bajra Sandhi monument. I've driven past it 100 times. You probably have yourself, going east to west, Sanur to Kuta, Kuta to Sanur, doing day trips down to Uluwatu. You pass it as you go through the city. But how many times do we actually stop and look at something? It's not a temple, it's a monument. It tells the story of the resilience and the struggle of Balinese history. It's quite impressive. Let's go in and have a look. I'm surprised. There's a lot of history in here. The true story, a great story about Bali, its life, how it's grown, how it was occupied, how it's resisted. It's in Indonesian, but also English. Doesn't have to be in English, but it is. Actually a very good display, and the building itself, the monument, once you get inside it, I think you'll be surprised. So the monument has a huge array of dioramas all around that inside centre, all numbered sequentially, that show or depict the history of Bali. So this one here, depicting 1914 and the making or the construction of the Jaya Stamba, which is the Blanjong monument in Sanur. So I've always driven past the Bajra Sandhi monument, but today I'm sitting on top of it. The view up here, you've got the middle floor where you've got all the dioramas, then there's a spiral staircase that comes up to the top, and you've got a 360-degree perfect view of Denpasar city. I can see out to the ocean, I can see out to the hills. I'm pretty sure on a clear day you could see a gung. So I'm just walking down the spiral staircase, and just to let you know, the cost of entering the monument is only $10, 100,000 Indonesian rupiah, 10 Australian dollars. Very worth it, especially if you're into history, monuments, temples, that type of thing, and Balinese culture. You want to know the real story away from restaurants, burgers and beaches. So the museum is split into 4 different areas based on historical time periods, and it's a very well kept museum. For the 100,000 Indonesian rupiah or $10 Australian, it's a very good museum. If you're into history, if you're into artefacts, if you're into Bali, I'd recommend definitely come here. It's probably an hour's worth of looking around. It's a very good museum. So the Bali Museum, again in the parklands of Denpasar. A lot to see here. I would give yourself an hour. Have a good look around. There's about 4 different areas, as I said before. Well worth a day out as part of your bigger Denpasar adventure. White and yellow with the sun and the moon.
Yeah, it's color yellow, the moon, white with the sun. And Bali Surya Chandra, moon and sun.
Okay. And is that the same when you see like the cloth, yellow and white, the same, moon and sun?
Yeah, moon and sun. And Bali Surya Chandra, moon and sun.
Okay.
Yellow the moon, white the sun.
Thank you. Siapa nama?
Jaya.
Jaya. So,
Jaya,
and
number
you're
one.
here every day giving tours?
Yes.
Okay, so should come and see Jaya.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the story with these two?
Bali Sugriwa.
Subali, Sugriwa, and they are the twin brothers.
And
Okay.
King Hanuman.
Thank you. So all of the dioramas, what do you,
Yeah.
all of the sculpture?
Yeah, different history. Mahabharata, Ramayana. This the best is singing Hari Rama, Hari
Oh, okay.
Krishna.
So all the way round, it's all very much the story of Ramayana. Okay, good versus bad.
Fighting base, Pandawa very good, Kaurawa very bad.
The colours are all the different
name.
Hindu gods.
This is the 9 rune, different color, different name, and the top the Shiva. Yeah?
Shiva.
Shiva, Big Brahma, Rudra, Mahadeva, Shankara, Vishnu, Samud, and the top the Shiva.
And then a top Shiva, yes. So the top section is what you call kulkul. And is that the two,
Yeah, special people.
like a drum?
Yeah, it's right.
Okay, so kulkul. And that calls people to prayer,
Yeah.
to the temple. Okay. Well, I really enjoyed that. The Jagatnatha Temple is right next to the Bali Museum, so you can stop there and you can do both at the same time. And at the same time, when you're finished, once again, you can walk around the parklands of Denpasar, which, surprisingly, I didn't know it was as expansive as what it is. Another thing you'll find here outside the museums is there's a lot of stalls. You can get cold drinks, and there's also a lot of satay sellers. So if you're a bit hungry, it's getting lunchtime, you can stop for a quick meal, or you can go to a local warung in Denpasar. So I've arrived at Pasar Kumbasari and Pasar Budung, or it could be Badung, but to me they're both touristy. Kumbasari's full of tourist items and Budung is a little bit scammy. It's a good market, but you do have people follow you all through the market. So I found outside there's, on the right hand side, there's Jalan Kawi, and that in itself has all the market stalls outside of the main market. And to me it's a lot more local, so I'm going to have a look at that. Hello, how are you? This is pretty much the wet market. I'm a bit late down here today, but I can see how it goes and what the setup is. Still a lot of fruit vendors down here. I found one seller still here. So what the heck, I'm here, might as well go in Pasar Budung, just show you what's in here. So on the ground floor, you got a lot of spices, a lot of food. Looks like grocery, yeah. Fruit and vegetables, spices, all sorts of goods. I think I somehow avoided the ladies out the front today, so I've got no one following me, but we'll see how that goes. that's all fruit and vegetables, spices, wets all up the back, chickens, meats, pork. I'm going to head up the escalator and let's see what's on the second floor. So the second floor seems to have a lot of the same, a lot of fruit and vegetables, just doesn't seem to have that wet goods or the meat area. So on the third floor we've got nuts, candies, lollies, chocolates and a lot of ceremonial goods. Hello. Pagi. Hello. So there you have it, a brief overview of Pasar Budung. Fruit and vegetables, spices, meat, poultry, all here. To make it easy, you'll find a little bridge between Pasar Budung and Pasar Kumbasari. That way you can go between both, have a look if you're here, have a look at those side streets, and then head on to your next place. So Pasar Kumbasari. Pasar Kumbasari has about 4 floors. I'm not really a shopper, so hard for me to tell what's exactly here. But for me, there's a lot of bric-a-brac, a lot of trinkets, a lot of tourist souvenirs, a lot of housey items up on the 3rd and 4th to decorate your houses.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.